Elon Musk, who became the richest man in the world and the man behind NEURALINK.
I mean, it's more complicated than this, but it's, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires.
It's kind of Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires. Elon Musk, why is it in the skull sound a bit deadly, you know? Well, if Elon Musk saying this, maybe we should give it a try. What is he talking about in here? Have you heard the NEURALINK before? It's an amazing creation of Elon Musk in the field of science that will change the face of humanity forever.
Hello viewers. Welcome to SHEY TECH, where you can get to know the news updates about technology. In today's video we're going to talk NEURALINK, which has come a big question mark among humans. Want to know everything about this fancy scientific technology? Stay with us and find out everything you know. Before we begin with the video, take a deep breath and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon because I have incredible video lined up for you. Let's jump into the video. One. What is NEURALINK? NEURALINK is the device that will surgically implanted into your brain. Wait. What? Yes. You heard it right. Once the NEURALINK is implanted into your brain, you will be able to communicate with machines and even control them. The device implanted into your brain will also help you to study the electrical signals in the brain and arrive at solutions that can help cure some medical problem, like autism, blindness, depression, paralysis, insomnia, memory loss, anxiety, brain damage, strokes, seizures, extreme pain, addiction, hearing loss, and the list goes on. Most of the physical and mental conditions that seem untreatable today could be easily cured with NEURALINK. Yes, it's amazing news, but you still have a chip in your skull, too. How will NEURALINK insert in your skull? NEURALINK will be inserted in your skull with what is called N1 chipset in Elon Musk words. The chipset is 8 mm in diameter and has multiple wires housing electrons installation for the wires. How it will be introduced into our skull? Simple, these wires will be surgically placed inside our brain using a robot. The wire is as thick as neuron's new brain, and thinner than a strand of hair and 100 micrometers. To compare, imagine the diameter of your hair and divided the diameter by 10. The specialists have confirmed that it will not harm the whole process as the chip is inserted in the areas of skull where there are fewer veins. So there is no chance of blood loss and everything can be done with the help of a robot without giving you anesthesia. Do you know the amazing part is? No one will ever find a device in your skull because your hair will hide it and life will be normal. Yes. For that hair is a must. 3. How NEURALINK works. When you get a device inside your skull, you must know beforehand what you are getting into and how this device works. Have you seen a Hollywood action flick? The Matrix? Remember the scene where Neo learns martial arts just by loading a computer program into his brain? Well, NEURALINK might not able to teach martial arts, but it will be able to send and receive electrical signals into your brain to control machines. You'll be able to control devices soon, which is necessary to survive when AI will be more powerful than humans. It is not just statement, science can prove it. Even today robots have started taking our jobs. What will you do when every tasks will be controlled with robot? This device help you compete with robot using your biological and extended intelligence. For the time being, it is estimated and initially you'll be able to control basic devices like your smartphones, computer and type using thoughts. 4. What are the phenomenal uses associated to NEURALINK?
Senses, your sight, hearing, feeling, pain, these are all electrical signals sent by neurons to your brain. And if you can correct these signals, you can solve everything from memory loss, hearing loss, blindness, paralysis, depression, insomnia, extreme pain, seizures, anxiety, addiction, strokes, brain damage. These can all be solved with an implantable
If hard-headed a desire to read someone's thoughts, with NEURALINK you can fulfill that desire. Yes. It will enable humans for consensual telepathy. That means fewer words and more thoughts to be listened to. Is someone will be listening to my thoughts, they make struggle and confused. NEURALINK will be enable of you to record your memory and replay whenever you want. You know what that means? Read once, for the exam, and no one can stop you to get a big A. NEURALINK can also restore the speech and movement of a paralyzed person. 5. When will NEURALINK come into the market? NEURALINK is a revolutionary device and a complicated device. The reason negative side to it, the scientists are still working. But Elon Musk seems to be curious to start the product as soon as possible. As he announced in an interview that human tests will be started soon. It seems like Elon Musk is underestimating time that is going to be invested in building this device to be human friendly. In the name of progress, we have 3 pigs on which the device is being tested. According to other scientists' statements, it will take longer than it seems to reach human testing. 6. What are the concerns related to NEURALINK? If a Black Mirror series by now, he never mess with AI. Maybe NEURALINK is precise with hum being need to survive in this world, but the truth is, he's not ready yet. The main concern with NEURALINK is that the device will need to learn from the existing brain-computer interface technology success and failures. These threats, connecting electrons to the chip, need to be flexible to minimize the damage to surrounding brain tissue. And if this technology is to be given to patients with pre-existing conditions, there are also risks associated with operating on those with immune system may be compromised. Along with all biological concerns. The question, what if the device connected into the internet? How will be protected against hackers, might steal data directly from our brains, and what's stopping a person from spying on my thoughts with the device? There are many questions related to NEURALINK that seek answer. What are your thoughts about NEURALINK? Let us know in the comment section below. Demo of the link implanted to pigs.
Alright, welcome to the NEURALINK product demo. I'm really excited to show you what we've got. I think it's going to blow your mind.
Elon Musk gave the world a progress update on his brain-machine interface startup NEURALINK on Friday, showcasing a small implant that can read and transmit the real neural activity of a pig.
So I want to emphasize the purpose of NEURALINK. Like, what's our goal? Our goal is to solve important spine and brain problems with a seamlessly implanted device. So you want to have a device that you can basically put in your head and feel and look totally normal, but it solves some important problem in your brain or spine. And the reality is that almost everyone over time will develop brain and spine problems. These range from minor to very severe, but if you live long enough, everyone's going to basically have some kind of neurological disorder.
The NEURALINK implant still has yet to be tested in human beings. But it's part of a wave of brain-machine interface technologies that aim to address neurological diseases and injuries and eventually directly link human brains to the internet. While Musk had built the event as a product demo, NEURALINK has yet to undergo clinical trials in human beings, though the company announced it had been granted FDA breakthrough device status, which could speed efforts in humans. The NEURALINK wires connect to brain centers while the device communicates wirelessly to a computer. Musk said in 2019 that he would like to conduct clinical trials as early as this year. It's not clear when such experiments will actually occur. Work to use machines to read brain activity dates back to 1929, when Hans Berger recorded the first human electroencephalogram EEG, which detects electrical activity in the brain.
Does it actually work? And what I'm excited to show you, I call it like the Three Little Pigs demo. And if our, I don't and we'll have this be bringing out the pig.
The next generation of brain-computer interfaces. BCIs seek to translate brain signals into useful data or even use them to manipulate machines.
High energy pig. Alright. Gertrude, thanks for coming out. So what the beeps you're hearing are real-time signals from the Neuralink in Gertrude's head. So this Neuralink connects to neurons that are in her snout. So whenever she snuffles around and touches something with her snout, that sends out neural spikes, which are detected here.
Scientists will need to figure out how to implant connections in the brain that can last for a decade or longer and that can function effectively outside a lab. Demo of the link implanted to Monkey. He is Pager. He's a 9-year-old macaque who had a Neuralink placed in each side of his brain about 6 weeks ago. If you look carefully you can see that fur on his head hasn't quite fully grown back yet. He's learned to interact with a computer for a tasty banana smoothie delivered through a straw. We can interact with the Neuralink simply by pairing them to an iPhone, just as you might pair your phone to a Bluetooth speaker. The link's record from more than 2,000 electrodes implanted in the regions of Page's motor cortex that coordinates hand and arm movements. Neurons in this region modulate jaw activity with intended hand movement. For example, some might become more active when he moves his hand up and others when he moves it to the right. By recording from many neurons and feeding their activity into a decoder algorithm, we are able to predict Page's intended hand movements in real time. First, we calibrate the decoder by recording neural activity as Pager uses the joystick to move a cursor to targets presented on the screen. As he's playing this game, we're wirelessly streaming in real time the frame rates from thousands of neurons to a computer. Using these data, we calibrate the decoder by mathematically modeling the relationship between patterns of neural activity and the different joystick movements they produced. After a few minutes of calibration, we can the output from the decoder to move the cursor instead of the joystick. Pager still moves the joystick out of habit, but as you can see it's unplugged. He's controlling the cursor entirely with decoded neural activity. Our goal is to enable a parent with paralysis to use a computer or phone with their brain activity alone. Because they won't be able to move a joystick, they would calibrate the decoder by imagining hand movements to targets. One of the things the Neuralinks allow Pager to do is to play his favorite video game Pong. To control hose paddle on the right side of the screen, Pager simply thinks about moving his hand up or down. We've removed the joystick altogether. Now that he's up to speed, let's increase difficulty and see how well Pager can play with the As you can see, Pager is amazingly good at MINDPONG. He's focused and he's playing entirely of his own volition. It's not magic. The reason Neuralink works is because it's recording and decoding electrical signals from the brain. Great game, Pager, and what better reward for a monkey than a banana?